Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. So this one is going to be kind of a review and just kind of an update for the traps. I'm not even sure how I just did that. But anyways, I'm going to go over the research a little bit, talk some about that, and then I'm going to talk about each one of the traps for you guys that are trying to stay smaller. I'm going to talk about those for the canal traps and all that. Then I'm going to talk about bad gear traps, and then I'm going to talk about hero-less traps. So I'm going to break it up into 3 parts for you guys, so you guys can just go to each one and you can look at that. Alright, so let's go into the research first, and there ain't much to it. There's just a few things. They added in Tier 5 strategic troops, so be looking out for these, and these are by far the ugliest troops they have ever released. I'm not sure why they had to make them bright blue and yellow and gold and all kind. Yeah, they're just the ugliest troops they've put out so far. At least I think so. But you got your basic researches here. You got your troops to unlock. You got your resource cost reductions. Then you got your individual stats for each one. Which these are different than the regular tier 5s. These have a 2,000% bonus, whereas the regular ones only have 1,000, I think. Let's see. Oops. That'll work. Yeah, so they got a bigger attack bonus. That's why these may hit a little bit harder. Alright. Health wise, they get a 1,500 bonus, and then defense, I think it's 1,500 as well. Yeah. Let's see. We've got new tier 5 siege as well, which that ain't really going to be beneficial to anybody. I mean, it would be beneficial if AC rallies are out, but they still haven't released that stuff. Still waiting on that, MZ. Need to hurry up with that. And then we've got new rally capacity increases, which the new rally size is 20 million, which is the biggest increase they have ever done. That's 8 million troops. I think the biggest before this was 5 million, 3 million, something like that. Anyways, that's the biggest increase ever, and a ton of new stats behind it. So right now it's pretty hard to just guess where this is actually going to go. This is by no means the end of trapping, but it is going to be rough right now, guys. I have not seen any reports worth actually looking at for a 20 million rally. I've seen like 3 of them, but they were on bad gear targets that were very badly set up, so I can't really go off of those. But until I get some updates, it's just going to be just a guess on where you guys actually need to go on these traps and everything. But I'm going to keep you guys updated as quick as I'm going to upload videos as quick as I can. If you guys are in the trap rooms, I can help you faster than that. So be sure to get in the trap rooms if you guys want to be, you want help faster than waiting for these videos. Alright, so I think that's about it for these, unless you guys want to see this stuff if you haven't looked through it. There's not really a whole lot to it. This troop defense right here, this may be beneficial to traps to do up to about 3 or so. That's a few, well, 150% defense. If you can get it to 4, that's 415%, but that is a lot of shards. I've actually done a little bit of this research, and I put a video up yesterday of doing a little bit of it. That's a lot of shards to get to 4, so that would be up to you if you guys want to do that. I'm not sure how much power that would actually add. I know the first few levels are not much at all. It's only 2 million on the first one for pretty much all these. They're about the same power, but it'd be up to you guys if you wanted to do this. I mean, it'd be a tiny little jump for you to do the first 2. I think they're pretty much free. The first 2 are, and then 3 cost a little bit, and then 4 gets extremely expensive. So that'd be up to you guys. I'm not sure how much power 3 and 4 cost, but you could do that if you wanted to, I guess. But it's going to cost quite a bit to even get down there, because you have to get all 3 of these to 10 before you even can do that. Well, all 4 of those. No? I think it's just those 3. I forget. Anyways, you got to do all those to 10 and then go all the way down here to get that unlocked. It's quite a bit of shards, but if you guys want to do that, you're probably not going to use shards on anything else for a trap, so that's up to you guys if you want to do that. Alright. Let's see. That's about it research wise. So let's go into the trap parts. I'm going to start with canal traps, guys that are trying to stay smaller under it. Maybe around 40 billion, maybe even 60 billion, around in that range. Okay. So, troop wise, let's start there, I guess. I'm guessing 5 to 8 billion troops. I mean, that's just a guess right now. You may not even need that many, but some may even need more than that. I mean, 8 million with a lot of boost behind it is a big increase, and it's really hard to guess right now. But 5 billion being your best setup trap. Some of you may even be able to go lower than that, but 5 billion being my guess for pretty much everybody and up. So if you guys have your city pretty much very well set up, pretty good upgraded pretty good, and your ore boosts are just through the roof, you guys can probably pull 5 billion or less off if you guys are set up like that. If you guys are not and you don't have as much in your city, you're probably looking at the 6, 7, 8 billion, maybe even 9 billion troop range, which should be fine for right now if you guys can stay under 100 billion. I know that's a lot of power for a trap, but you guys should be fine staying under 100 billion for right now. I mean, this kill event, anything under 100 billion is probably just going to be a frenzy, because these heavy spenders are looking to burn traps that they've never burned before and get all these kills, because people aren't really ready for these 20 million jet. So it's just going to be a frenzy. So it might not be too bad to get a little bit bigger and be prepared, then stay a little smaller and just get demolished. So go ahead and build a little more if you guys want to. I mean, it's better to be overkill than stay under and get demolished, right? Alright. Research wise for you guys, if you wanted to do more research, that's completely up to you guys if you wanted to. A lot of people have been looking at gym research, which I'm still against this research, kind of for the guys that want to stay smaller. Right now I'd say it's not really a bad thing to add it. I mean, it's only a very small increase to do the modifier here, and that's 4.7 billion power just to get down to here and max that out. It's up to you guys if you want to do that. It's only like, I think 600% defense, something like that, total that you're actually going to get out of this. Now, with them adding so much boost lately, that's going to help a little bit, but right now the troops are still pretty much the same, but it's up to you guys if you want to do that. Also, this has another benefit. You can actually swap out a set or two and put an attack set or something like that, and that will actually help you eat this 20 million march. And that's part of the reason I'm saying people need to go to at least 5 billion troops. Some of you guys can probably handle the hit a lot lower troop count because you got so much in your city, but it's going to be super hard to eat 20 million troops. And that's really the only reason I'm saying go to 5 billion at least. So that's up to you guys if you want to take it with less. I mean, it's really up to your city actually. So whatever you guys want to do troop wise, I'm just going to guess between 5 to 8 billion for most people. Some may need more, some might not even need that much. So up to you guys for there. So yeah, gym set bonus is completely optional, you guys. I'm probably not going to do it on these smaller traps that I have. I'm probably going to try it without it first and go from there, but I'm going to keep you guys updated on this tree. If you guys have Academy 24 on your traps, you can possibly do some of this, like little defense researches like this. They aren't very big defense increases, but you could do those if you wanted to. I mean, it's a little bit of power to do those, but that's up to you guys if you want to. You don't have to do it in order for Academy 24, so if you guys already have like Hero Tree done, you can just go straight to this research and just do that one. You don't have to do all these others to get to that one. You can just go straight to it. So that's up to you guys if you want to do those extra ones. as far as research goes, that's pretty much it, guys. There's just a couple defense ones in here you could possibly do if you wanted to, and that'd be about it. Research-wise, the smaller guys want to stay away from as much as they can, and just focus on troops and city upgrades and things like that. So as far as building goes for the little guys, your main buildings like your walls and embassy and altar and prison, and well, not so much prison. Well, actually, you got to do the prison to the altar. But yeah, watchtower, those you can take to 26. That should be fine. Buildings, I would only take to 25 if you guys are trying to stay small. 26 is actually quite a bit of power for those barracks. I think it's 8 billion something total power for buildings. Yeah, 8 billion to do all your barracks and everything. So yeah, it'd be up to you guys if you want to take them that far, but that's quite a bit of power. So optional if you guys take it to 26. 25 definitely, that's, I think it's like 4 billion something. Still a lot, but nowhere near 8. So that's up to you guys. Also work on your orb boost. Everything needs your defense, and you should be able to survive some of these hits at least. And hopefully we'll be able to figure out the new troop counts and everything pretty soon. Until I see some reports, some very good reports, I really don't have a whole lot to go off of. So until then, I'm just going to give you guys guesses on where we should be at. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't get too rough, guys, and I'm going to move on to bad gear traps right now. So this one is currently set up as a bad gear trap. I am actually set in research gear right now. So yeah, I was at 11 billion troops the other day when I posted that video, but now I bumped it up to 16. I probably could have took it at 11. I've got a lot of stuff in my city. I've got a lot of orb boost and everything. I probably could have took it at 11. Not certain on that. That's, I mean, I'd have to test it to see, but I bumped it up to 16 just to be sure, and people aren't really going to pay attention to my power. I'm still quite small, especially for setting in research gear. So I think I should get hits just fine anyways, especially with people having to spend so much on this. They're going to hit me anyways, just because it costs us so much to do that research and everything to get those. Anyways, troop wise, I just bumped up my regulars about half a billion. I did my strategics to about 850, and in my wilds I took those to 1 billion, and plenty of tier 4s to cover my nerf and be able to fill and all that. And I didn't change my tier 1s up any, so if you guys did those at all, I wouldn't change those any. That if you want to, you can. I'm not going to change mine. They should still work pretty much the same as how I intended them to do. For you guys, upgrading your city is pretty important. You guys can do all your barracks and everything to 26 if you want to. That 8 billion power isn't going to bother you guys at all. So it's up to you guys if you want to do these all to 26. It will help to get all that defense and health debuff and everything. Make you a whole lot harder to burn, and make sure you kill that 20 million march, which you shouldn't have a problem killing it with this many troops, but just to be sure, you can do your buildings and everything. Embassy especially, you need to get 26. That will help you out, especially having this many troops. It's going to help quite a bit to have that many. I mean, have the embassy 26. Walls, that'll help you. Altar, especially, that will give you defense, attack, and health and all that, and that will help. Embassy especially, I mean, not embassy, watchtower, that's going to give you a lot of attack debuff, well, attack penalty, however that works. I'm not sure how it works, but that'll give you a lot of that. And orb boost. Alchemy lab, if you guys can get it. Which I've got quite a few ingredients now, so I can build quite a few potions. But if you guys can upgrade this, that will help you quite a bit. You can build some pretty good potions at 26. Let's see, what else building wise could we do to help out for the... Still not sure how I'm doing that. Anyway, I think that's about it for buildings. Yeah, that's the main ones you need to do. Gear, there's really nothing else you can do to upgrade them besides doing the gym research and all that and getting your gems for defense and your skill tree pretty much like this. There ain't really upgrading it any better than that. If you guys didn't see this skill tree, I'm just scrolling through real quick. That's for bad gear trapping, not smaller. Also, the smaller guys, if you guys are still watching, you could possibly go to Hero 65. I mean, that'd be completely up to you. Maybe even a little higher than that to 66, get the health or something. That'd be completely up to you. You can't take those back if you happen to not need it, but that's up to you guys. It will give you a little bit of attack, a little bit of health, maybe even a little bit more of something if you take it higher. So that's up to you guys if you want to do that or not. I probably won't take my hero on the little ones up past 65. Maybe 66, but probably definitely not past that. It's quite a bit of power if you go any higher. Anyways, back to bad gear stuff. Other than the troop count, I mean, that's just a guess for right now for me. For anyone else, I would say anywhere between 14 to 20 billion troops, you should be fine for the bad gear stuff, depending what you have in your city and all that good stuff. So it'll be up to you guys if you want to build more or try it with less. Alright. Research-wise, I pretty much covered it with the little guys. You guys pretty much do the same thing, just a little bit more. Gym research on this one, I took it a little bit higher. Today, I did these up to 2 because it's like no power to do these to 2. And that will give you a tiny bit of modifier for your gym sets. It's not a whole lot, but it will help a tiny bit. It was like no power and it didn't really cost anything at all. So I did that. If you guys wanted to up these a little bit, that was only 8%. But it costs like nothing to do that. To do it any higher than that costs an insane amount, so it's up to you guys if you went any higher. Additional research you could possibly do is, again, the hero tree, get that defense, get your trap attack and defense researches that are in here somewhere. Yeah, them things. You could possibly do your strategic wall traps too if you wanted to, wild wall traps if you wanted to. There's a lot of defense ones in here somewhere. There's one. You could do your attack debuffs if you wanted to. That's all completely optional to you guys. You have quite a bit of power room to grow and be able to do all this research if you wanted to. Same goes for heroless traps. Heroless traps need as much research as they can possibly get that deals with base stats, like what you can get without your hero. Like this stuff, I mean, a lot of this you have to have a hero to get, but stuff like this, troop defense, troop attack, troop health, watchtower, embassy, empire defender, troop defense, things like that, heroless traps need to eat that research up. But the rest of this stuff isn't really going to help you without your hero, but your base stats are going to help you when you don't have a hero. So you definitely need to get some of this research done at least. That's going to help you quite a bit. Advanced economics, I mean, for the bad gear traps, this would be completely optional to you guys. I'm probably not going to do this. I might do it to 1 or 2, but after that I'm probably not going to touch it again because it does get quite expensive and it starts to add on quite a bit of power. May do it later on, but for the bad gear traps I would not touch this at all. For the little traps I wouldn't touch this at all. This gets an insane amount of power after you upgrade it a few times. Let's see. I think that's about it for research for pretty much everybody. I think I covered heroless traps as well. Heroless traps just need pretty much everything base stat oriented. Let's see. There ain't nothing in there besides the basic training stuff. Research is like this. Heroless traps need to have that. That's base stats right there. Base stats there. Base stats there. But for bad gear traps, all that stuff is completely optional. I would just go for the defense. You don't really need the health and attack, and it's going to help a little bit, but again, we are limited by power a little bit, not as much as the littler traps are, but that's up to you guys. Also, this stuff, again, if you wanted to, you could possibly do this on the little traps and bad gear trapping if you want to. It's only a little bit, and it would cost a little bit after a while. After you get it 3 or 4, it would cost quite a bit, but that's up to you guys if you want to do that. Okay, enough for research. Alright, that's enough for research. Let's go into troops for heroless trapping. I've got this all mixed up. Anyways, let's just go into heroless trap troops. Right now, I think my heroless trap is sitting at 70-something billion troops. So, and that was before this update come out. So for now, I think I'm going to bump it up 10, maybe even 20 billion at most, and try it there. I may even stay at 70 billion for now. Well, 70-something billion for now. I forget which one it is. But I'm probably going to stay in that range for now. For you guys that have less research, on that account has over 360-something billion research. So I have a lot of it done. I've got a lot of base stats. Without a hero, the stat page actually looks like a set of cores. So the research really does a lot for heroless traps. That is a big chunk of the hit. So if you guys are lower in research, you just need more troops. That's the only downside to not actually doing some of the research, which I know that gets super expensive, but doing some of it will help you if you guys can get any of it done. So yeah, work on that if you are able to. If not, you're just going to need a lot more troops. As far as troop range goes for heroless traps, I'm going to guess between 70 and 120 billion troops. I mean, that's a rough guess. Some will probably be able to do it with way less, but that's just my guess. So wherever you guys are for your city, or boost wise, research wise, all that good stuff, heroless traps are not really limited on power. Anything under 2 trillion is probably going to get hit now pretty often. So that's quite a bit of room. You could do all the research, all your buildings, everything, and still be able to get hit. That would cost quite a bit, but you not really limited on power, guys. So heroless traps, the sky's the limit. You guys can do anything you want to your city, but it's up to you what you want to do with it. You can do the higher troop counts, or you can do the research and ore boost and all the expensive stuff. That completely up to you. So yeah, hopefully I did not get too confusing, and of course you guys can always contact me and get more explanation on this. You can join the trap rooms and I'll be happy to explain it to you or help you out anyway. You can also contact me in PM if you don't like talking in the group chats. A couple people do that, and it don't really bother me. I like talking to people and helping them out, so just contact me if you need any more explanation. I probably got pretty confusing on that stuff. I had a little planned out trying to split it up, but it got all mixed up anyways. That didn't work out. Anyways, thanks for watching the video, guys. Hopefully this is a little bit helpful and didn't get too confusing and a bunch of useless information, but thanks for watching anyway, guys. I will see you in the next one. Description box if you want to know my line name and all that good stuff. See you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.